the indieBerlin office with Bernhard Eder, and he's just released his new album, Remake, and we're gonna ask him some questions.
Hi.
Hi. Tell us a little bit about your musical background.
My musical background? Well, it's a long background. Well, I grew up on the upper Austrian countryside, so I played in a brass band. I learned the trumpet when I was like 9 years old. My mother bought me a guitar when I was about 15, so I started to learn the guitar with songs of the Beatles, Stones, Bob Dylan, and yeah. It's also like I've been listening to a lot of indie stuff. First like pop stuff like Pet Shop Boys or I don't know, Michael Jackson, and then later some American stuff like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and also British like Oasis, Blur, the whole thing. Yeah.
How does the songwriting process work for you, and what inspires you to write your songs?
It's life which inspires me. The process is always that I have like an idea on the guitar or on any instrument, so I first have like some chords, then I'm starting to sing over the chords, and if I have kind of like a song, then I'm starting to write the lyrics.
Okay, so when you have the composition.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you keep going? What motivates you to keep creating?
Sometimes it's like a studio process. Sometimes it's more like playing with other musicians. It's always a different process. I'm also doing music for some theaters, for plays, so then it's always like the thing that I'm watching the scene and I have my instrument and then I'm just playing what I see, you know. So I'm doing a soundtrack for what I see in the moment, what I feel that should be the right music for this moment.
How does writing singing in English help your music?
Does that my music? I don't know. I mean, as I told you before, I grew up with English, like music with English lyrics, and I tried to write some songs with German lyrics, but German is a really hard language, and it doesn't sound good, especially for my voice. It's not really helpful, so I decided to just do it in English.
Nice. So you like singing in English?
I really like it. Yeah.
And if you had to describe your music to a deaf person, how would you describe it?
Goosebumps? I don't know. I mean, if the person is deaf, I can't describe, so I have to show it. I don't know.
So a feeling.
A feeling, yeah.
And how do you think the development of technology influences today's music, and does it influence your music?
Oh, that's a difficult question. Because when I started music, there was no. I mean, there was internet, but it was like because this was in the late 90s. So, and the whole musical scene really changed the last 15, 20 years. So yeah, some things are like much easier today, but it's also like everyone is like.
Has access to.
And yeah, so I don't know. Yeah.
Do you use electronic elements in your music?
Sometimes, but yeah, no, I prefer to use. I had an electronic project like 10 years ago, but right now I'm using electronic elements from really old electronic stuff. So
nice. Yeah. And you talked a bit about some role models before.
I did what?
Role models, the Beatles.
Yeah.
What are your role models when it comes to your music? Is that the same? Like, do you take much inspiration from what you heard when you were young?
I think the Beatles is like it's like the point of all the role models, inspirations, because a lot of people say that my music sounds like Elliott Smith, but Elliott Smith was a big Beatles fan, so it's like we have the same, or we have had the same influences. So.
And in 10 years, when you look back at today, what would you think?
At today, like this day?
Yeah, or where you are
now. I mean, I tried to stop smoking a couple of days ago, and so let's see in 10 years if I started smoking again. And I don't know. I mean, I think I'm gonna keep going, like making music, but I'm always like looking for new directions. So it's always like, because 10 years ago I came to Berlin and I released my first album, or recorded my first album in Berlin, and it sounds really more lo-fi, just my guitar, and yeah, it's really different to the new stuff. So I'm looking forward what I'm doing the next 10 years.
Tell us something about your new album.
My new album is called Remake, and it's full of remakes. It's a cover album, and it's got 10 cover versions of David Bowie, Oasis, Grace Jones, Pet Shop Boys, Dinosaur Jr., Smashing Pumpkins, Depeche Mode, and they all have like one thing together. It's the trademark that. There was a journalist of Austria. He said all the songs are Eder, which means they sound like Bernhard Eder right now. So yeah.
Where can we find it?
You can find it everywhere online, and it's going to be in stores in Germany in January. In Austria, it's already released, and yeah, or on my website, on my Bandcamp profile.
Yeah. What's your website?
bernhardeder.net.
Bathed in the water, she ran every morning. Smacked in the bed, she turned down every night. I'm strong in food she prepared for me. Now I'm all grown up. Heat in my hands on the very cold days. Drenched in the rain almost every school game. And in the middle of a scare, she's there to wake me up. I'm strong enough, I'm tough enough, slept enough, I'm crying my mother's tears. I'm well enough, I've read enough, loved enough, I'm crying my mother's tears. Treating my cuts with her own remedies, combing my hair while she covered my knees, and sent me books I was forbidden to read, educating me. I was there by her side when my grandmother died. Her weakness is strange, she's unable to cry, and lover's tears fell from father's eyes. She was all cried out. I'm strong enough, I'm tough enough, slept enough, I'm crying my mother's tears. I'm well enough, I've read enough, loved enough, I'm crying my mother's tears. Doing my best to keep her